Just give us a second while we move the corpses out of the way.
Coltane is up.
Alright, how does one go about getting out?
You're
Does he
gonna have
like,
to...
climb up corpses and then squeeze through a door?
You'll have to spend a few actions removing corpses. Because I'm assuming you did a good job making this barricade.
Yeah. Well, he'll spend as many actions as he can moving corpses.
Colton yells out, "Wait, we're working on it. Just give us a moment."
So Coltane starts piling aside the corpses. Nima.
Nima's still blind, and yeah, so she's going to walk towards her previous safety zone. Very slowly and carefully.
This is actually all part of Coltane's clever ploy to retreat. Alright, Starro.
Sorrow would set fire to the corpses,
Alright,
and then
that's
wait
me.
for them to burn.
She wants to shoot people too, so she's boringly going to assist Coltane in the moving of corpses.
Coltane and Sorrow removing the barricade. That ends round 4. Round 5, Massimo starts pitching in. Wrecked.
Rek takes the risk of peeking on around the corner. Huh! Okay, there's nothing. Okay, so he'll move down and help, I guess.
Unfortunately, he has to spend this whole turn moving.
Yes, he's a slow critter, so he gets there.
So while Massimo, Sorrow, and Coltane are removing the barricades, Wrecked is huffing and puffing as he arrives on the scene.
Well, he is bloodied, you know. It's not like it's easy for him to walk right now.
You hear footsteps receding to the north. Wintier.
I guess he's gonna have to go help everyone move stuff. He's no longer blinded, right?
Correct, yes. Nima also is no longer blinded.
Well, it's his move, and he spends his action pulling or something.
Alright, Wintier pitching in.
We should try to buy all the slaves off. Maybe that'll work out. We should buy a duergar slave. Do they exist?
I'd love to have one of these Thurges working for us.
As they're moving the corpses, the Drogans discuss whether or not they should buy slaves.
Alright, so Coltane, Nima, Sorrow, you're all gonna be helping with the corpses, correct?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys a minute to discuss some kind of battle plan or how you wish to proceed. Because I presume as you're piling the corpses, your characters would, you know, maybe talk to each other a bit. And if you don't, then Massimo initiates the conversation. And I'll be back shortly.
This is very uncharacteristic of me, but I think we should charge in.
I think we should focus our fire on the caster first, because her blind is just ridiculous.
How much do you think she'd
Agreed.
want to be recruited?
What, we throw a sack of gold at her? She'll just take the gold and then throw some more of those acid crap at us.
Wait, but we might get combat advantage. Maybe she'll be so stunned by the fact that we're throwing money at her.
I think
In all
Winter's
seriousness.
right. We should focus our fire on her first.
Definitely, yes.
I, for one, won't waste time trying to pay her. I doubt she'll betray Murkelmor. He seems scary enough to command obedience and loyalty.
Yes, I'm down with killing everyone. I'm sure Massimo would agree.
We're gonna try not to kill any slaves, though. Isn't that right, Sorrow?
Right, Sorrow.
Cue John's voice going, yeah, I'm gonna burn everyone.
But of course.
Also, Sorrow is... well, her token is underneath Winter's right now.
Oh, okay. I shouldn't have spent my action point.
You didn't know. You thought you were gonna die, and you very well might have.
I missed all 3 attacks.
Superior cover can be like that.
While we're moving corpses, can I re-equip my different...
Yeah, go
Think-
for it.
Probably. It'll take us a few seconds.
So you folks settled your plan?
Yep. We're gonna charge in and attack people.
Focusing on the caster.
Ideally, yes.
Alright, so round 5, Coltane unpiling corpses, Nima unpiling corpses, Sorrow unpiling corpses, on to round 6, Massimo unpiling corpses.
Do we hear screams yet?
You don't hear screams yet, no. You hear footsteps shuffling, but no more than 2 sets. It basically just sounds like the same footsteps, the ponderous footsteps of Murkelmor, and the more effeminate footsteps of the Theurge.
Effeminate. Alright.
You know, as
There
effeminate
aren't any slaves.
as effeminate as you can be when your jaw looks like a sledgehammer.
I guess Rect will help move the wreckage.
Wreckage is
That
there?
came out weird. I didn't mean to do that, but it just came out.
Maybe there aren't any slaves. It's awfully quiet.
Wintier, still unpiling the corpses. And with Wintier's help, the job is now done.
And Winter would just like to point out to his companions that he will probably try to avoid killing the slaves, just because that is a big source of income for him. We could possibly use that to our advantage. And certain threats will most likely be bluffs.
Oh, you mean Murkelmor will avoid trying killing slaves? I thought you meant Winter will point out to his companions that he tried to
That's what
avoid
I
killing
thought.
slaves. Like, wait, you're a slaver?
Surprise!
Winter has 5 slaves back in town, you didn't know?
If you can't beat him, join him.
One for each of your mothers. Okay. So we just go and fight?
Coltane is up.
Alright. Coltane brandishes his halberd and rushes out of the door. Sees nothing. So he rushes in further.
And what Coltane sees, possibly surprise. Well, maybe it doesn't surprise him, but I'm gonna leave you in suspense temporarily.
It's a birthday party.
Surprise!
Oh no.
That's not a good sound.
Nima yells out, "What do you see?"
So this expansive chamber contains 3 large, suppose you can call them wells. One holds a pool of water, but 3 are simply deep pits with ladders leading down. A large brazier full of coals sits near a rubble pile in the southeastern part of the chamber. And apart from Murkelmor and the female duergar, you can see 2 humanoid creatures with lashing tails and bodies covered in sharp spines, hovering in the air. Further within each of these 3 pools, or pits, you can see slaves chained together, chained to the floor.
Oh no, there are slaves. He wasn't bluffing.
And in fact, Coltane can recognize 2 of the slaves. One of them is Delphina Moongem from Winterhaven, and the other is the captain of the Winterhaven Guard, Rond Keltham, captain of the Winterhaven Regulars, and he has a makeshift bandage over one of his eyes that appears to be sunken in and full of blood.
Well, that's what they were talking about.
Well, nobody but Winter heard about that, of course. And since he doesn't have a conscience, we don't have to worry. He doesn't have to worry.
Maybe it's time
Alright.
to bravely run away and leave the slaves behind.
Coltane still has 2 moves left. He sees Murkelmor next to him and he says, "Will you fight now, Murkelmor? Or just kill those who can't strike back?"
Probably not the best time to be taunting the dude with the big ass maul.
What else is...
Coltane walks into a room, walks out.
Nima.
Oh dear. Nima will follow Coltane. How many moves do I have?
I don't know where you started.
I've done 7 so far, I think, or 6.
6.
Well, you can't go diagonally through there, so you'd have to count an extra square there.
7 then. How do I know movement?
Pardon?
Like, what?
Put the cursor over your token and it should say SPD somewhere.
Yeah, that's short for speed.
7. Right, so this is where I would be then.
That it would.
Oh dear God.
Attack!
But I don't have range.
Do you have an ability that lets you move before you attack?
She didn't announce that she was using any power.
I thought you had your bow
Not
equipped.
yet, no. No, I equipped the other while we were moving the corpses.
No.
Maybe we
Okay.
should just buy the slaves. It might be easier.
Yeah, Nima's gonna ask how much for all the slaves. And then ready an attack.
We've come to kill you, but how much will it cost to buy all the slaves?
Yeah, I think we're past.
So Nima
I
holds
just
her
want to
axes in the
know.
air menacingly as she asks her question. And Murkelmor responds, "Your life."
That's lame.
Oh, okay, so we give up Mimaramus, and then we take the slaves, and then we fuck out.
She's not actually a Drogan.
It's true.
Would it be the first time you've thrown someone under the bus?
Yeah, we've thrown Jock out, and he was an original Drogan.
Nima asks, mine specifically? No, maybe not.
Do you really think we can catch him with semantics? And, well, you agreed!
Shake on it, quick!
I'm gonna send my lawyers down here.
Sorrow.
Alright. Sorrow moves out.
For a second I thought she was gonna charge across the pit.
I was counting the distance. See if she can use fire. Oh, range 10.
Is she planning on killing the slaves so that the guy has no leverage? Is that what it is?
She's gonna use Scorching Burst on that spine devil she can see.
So she's gonna attack the devil with fire?
Absolutely, it's what John would do. You have to find out if they've got resistances first.
Where is she centering this?
Right over the slave.
If she centers it on the devil, it shouldn't hit anyone, right?
If it's burst 1, that's correct.
Yeah. And honestly, I think John would try using fire on it just because it's a new enemy.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Well, I mean, what's the worst that can happen? It supercharges it?
You're making me doubt myself. I'm just gonna do it. 26 versus reflex.